Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Black Clover manga review. This is the review of chapter 229 that just released like 12 hours ago or so. And just want to say that this will feature manga spoilers, of course, because, it's a review of the manga. But anyways, guys, that being said, I want to say that I'm not going to be using very many panels from the manga. As I explained in recent weeks, Shueisha has given me multiple false copyright strikes, and then every time I counter them, I win. But that means that the review is up for like a day, gets taken down, and put back up 2 weeks later. And so, it's almost no point, because I don't want the video to get taken down, or else if it gets taken down within a few hours of me uploading it, there's really no point in me uploading it, because most of you guys are not going to see it. So, not going to be using very many panels, but with that being said, guys, let's just get into this manga chapter review. So we got basically the full color spread with the new designs of characters, and man, it really does look amazing. Sekiro doesn't look that different, neither does Mimosa, but still they look really good. And then Noelle's new outfit, pretty classy stuff. And then ASta's new outfit looks freaking badass. He's got the cool sleeve things, he's got the half Black Bull's robe, kind of like Yami had it. He looks more buff. He looks just a bit older, and honestly, he looks a bit taller, even though I don't think he is taller. He just looks like a freaking Chad, guys, and he does some Chad shit in this chapter. So, basically starts off, we're in a grand magic zone in the boundary between two countries. Now, this is probably between the Diamond and Spade, because, well, I'll get to that later, but we see a weird walker type thing with either a small town or a small city on top. Honestly, it looks to be just more like a large building, because if you just look at it to scale, there is people on the inside of it. But then again, if you look at the very bottom, that looks like potentially mountains or small hills on the side. So this just might not be to scale, and so this really could be a city. It's just not accurately scaled in the middle to the people standing in there. Oh, these are just giants. But anyways, we see that this giant moving fortress, which is called Candero, it's created for traveling across the Grand Magic Zone. And what it does is it takes a bunch of people's magic and it steals their magic. And basically these Spade people are like, geez, these lower tier people, they run out of magic way too fast, even though they're passing the Grand Magic Zone. And they say the power of life itself carries mana. We must bring out that mana from all of them, even the children. Then it pans back to the Heart Kingdom. And seemingly the Undyne is looking at this place, at this walking city, as it's approaching towards the Heart Kingdom. Or maybe it's just the Undyne has moved far away from the Heart Kingdom. Maybe it went to a river through the neutral zones, and that's what it's doing. But the Heart Queen, Rola Pachica, is watching all of this. She says the Spade Kingdom's troops have begun mobilizing. In half a year's time, the Spade Kingdom has gained control over the majority of the Diamond Kingdom. This time they look to advance upon the Heart and Clover Kingdom. Now if you look at the map, the Diamond has expanded their borders. They've taken a decent chunk of the neutral zone. It looks like they are encroaching on the Witch's Forest, which should be around in the corner between the Clover and the Diamond. So then if you look at the Diamond Kingdom, it looks like 80 to 90% of it has been taken over. So there's only about a little sliver left of the Diamond Kingdom. But Clover and Heart have yet to been actually attacked yet. And it looks like, so there's a sliver of Diamond, the Witch's Forest, the Clovers, and the Hearts left. Basically talking about how poorly they treat the citizens as their objects. Now it seems like they are imprisoning potentially Diamond citizens, I'm not sure. Or maybe they are just treating their own citizens that bad. But Rola Pachica is I'm sure that he would rush out flying if he were to know about this. And she is referring to ASta, because ASta hates when people are objectified like this. Gaia says, we were able to become strong because we are led by the mana of nature, and we have the senses to be able to wield the runes effectively. These traits are only found in high-tier persons, but just by staying with us, he, despite having not a single ounce of magic in him, was able to become this strong. He is dark tier, but what's surprising that he's hardworking and gutsy. On top of that, he hates to lose. So they're talking about ASta, and it seems like they're saying, so remember how strong ASta was before? Well now, with 6 months of training with other very strong characters, and then 5 Spirit Guardians who are on a similar level to Gaia, he's gotten way stronger. And then it pans to somebody flying to the Spade Kingdom. And guess who that is? It's ASta. So ASta flies decently far away, and if you look really close, he is basically flying and surfing on his Demon Slayer sword, and that kind of act as his broom. So it's really awesome that, you know, he can fly now. Remember at the beginning of the series, he couldn't ride the brooms, he'd always need to hitch rides. Then he got his quasi, like, flied gliding with the Black ASta form. Now he can just straight up fly in his base form with the Demon Slayer sword. He just rides on top of it. And then it pans back to this city, Kandero. We pan back to Kandero, and they're waiting for more people to come in to sap their mana. And the girl who looks like Sister Lily, a little bit, is like, this child, ever since she was little, she had barely any magic power. Please spare her. And then the Spade guy puts his hand around his face with reinforcement magic and says, what makes you think some low-tier trash like you can talk to us so casually? We're part of the military, for crying out loud. You guys can't use any decent offensive magic, so to make up for it, you just need to give us what little magic you have. That's all you're good for. But it'll give you a special role. You can give us your body. And he rips her clothes off. And seems like that, you know, might end up raping her, which is a bit of a dark turn for Black Clover, but there's been stuff similar to this, like the Eye of the Midnight Sun, when they're ripping that girl's clothes off before the Royal Knights attack the Gravito Stone base. But still, of course, it doesn't happen. The Demon Slayer sword flies right through the wall, lands right next to the Spade guy, and ASta falls down. But he gets back up, and this is what he says, geez, the weather's crazy here. That's a grand magic zone for you. Can't quite control it too, just yet. But then he lifts his hand up, says Demon Slayer, and it flies towards him and he catches it. And then we get the introduction of ASta in his new outfit. Now, what's crazy here, guys, is basically the Demon Slayer sword is like Mjolnir now. He can throw it, and he can have it come back to him. So that is pretty awesome, or pretty awesome, and people are already making the connection to Mjolnir and more Norse mythology. Now this isn't really a direct comparison, because, I mean, there's many other works of fiction that also have being able to, you know, call your weapons back, but still, really cool thing, a great now ability for ASta. The Spade guy recognizes ASta as a member of a knight from the Clover Kingdom, and basically they're calling him an idiot because, you know, he's outnumbered. It's just one of him, and they probably think he has low magic despite, you know, having none at all. And then this dude uses his magic to kind of create a giant suit of armor around himself. Now, it's not armor. I don't even know what this is. It's just some magical thing around him. And then what ASta does is he just slices him in half, knocks him out of his armor with the Black Divider. Yes, ASta can use Black Divider in base form now, and also fly in base form. So this is showing the fruit of his training. Now, I'm going to talk more about like how strong he possibly is later, but anyways, it pans back to Hajj Village, and Sister Lily walks outside saying, my, it's quite cloudy today. She's like, huh? And she sees a body, well, not a body because the person's alive, laying outside, and this person says, Master Yuno. Then it states he utters Yuno's name. Who is this man? So, people are saying, oh, Yuno's the captain of the Golden Dawn. That's why this guy is saying Master Yuno, because Yuno's the captain, which could be true. But this guy doesn't look to be wearing a Golden Dawn uniform. Also, I think it's going to be a bit more mysterious than that. What if this is the guy who dropped him off at the church? What if this is the guy from a different kingdom? He's a servant of, was supposed to be a servant or a caretaker of Yuno, because Yuno might be a royal or noble, and he needs to come get him back, and that's why he's calling him Master Yuno. Now, honestly, gonna be tough because there's so many different possibilities. We're just gonna have to wait till the next chapter and see what exactly could this mean. I think it's gonna be crazy. You might have to wait a few chapters because ASta's gonna be fighting Spade by himself. I wouldn't be surprised if the next chapter is ASta fighting them. Then again, the last few pages is just a little bit of information on this guy, and a little bit of information on Yuno as well. But yeah, I want to go back and talk about how strong ASta might be. it's very possible that current base ASta is stronger than his black form from the Elf arc. This is because, well, he did 6 months of training with 5 Spirit Guardians who are like captains who have tier 0 magic. Now, remember, Gaia was a Spirit Guardian. He could defeat Valkyrie Dress Noel, who had help from Finral and Mimosa. So, very strong characters. Or, yeah, the Spirit Guardians like Gaia are very strong. He trained with them for 6 months. And his anti-magic control is off the charts now. He can use Black Divider in base form. He can fly. He can call back his sword. So that's basically 3 new big things for ASta. He can fly, use Black Divider in base form, and he can also fly on the Demon Slayer sword, which is pretty sick. Now, the reason why it might mean that in base form he's stronger is because Black Divider was basically his strongest thing at that point. That was the peak of his power. And now he can use it in base form, but it is a bit different because Black Divider was paired with Black ASta. So, honestly, I'd say Black Divider is weaker than Black ASta with Black Divider. In my opinion, that might be it. But then again, with the 6-month training, he might be so much more physically stronger that he just, you know, he might be... And it's hard to scale. It really is. We'll have to see more of him because we don't know how strong the Spade Kingdom guy was. We really just need to see. We need to get probably some statements and stuff as well. But, yeah. All we know is that ASta's way stronger now. His design looks so much cooler. And, you know, he can fly. He can use Black Divider in base form. And he can recall his sword by saying its name. Kind of like how Thor does it with Mjolnir. Except Thor doesn't have to call its name. But anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Please let me know if you do like and enjoy. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Plus...